Welcome back. I'm here once again in the grow room. Thought I would make a video. Thanks for joining me. Thanks for tuning in. Thanks for taking the time. Leah's tail. Every time I sit on the floor, she seems to, hey, what's up? So, depression. I thought I would make a video on depression. And why do we feel depressed? And what is depression? The hidden value and the secret behind depression. The truth they won't tell you. The truth that is unspoken. But on the deepest level, you know it when you hear it. So what is depression? Depression is something we do to ourselves. And in a sense, it happens on its own. It's more of a subconscious happening. Nobody chooses to be in pain. Not consciously. But sometimes your subconscious, your unconscious, has to kick you in the arse a little. Kick me in the arse a little. Kick us in the arse a little. Sometimes we need to be humbled a little bit. Simply put, depression is an unconscious knowing that you're not living the life that your heart is clearly telling you want to. Your conscience, which is given to you by society, your family, the expectations of those who supposedly love us, create a prison. And some can live in that prison without too much effort or too much struggle. But more and more, now we see people really breaking free and realizing the prison the conscience really is. The expectations put on us from the outside that we should be living a certain way. The word should is such a dangerous word to carry in your heart, to allow into your vocabulary, to allow it to pierce into your being. I should do this, I should do that. Is you turning the key and throwing it away when you believe in that. That's depression. When you depress, you press yourself down. We are holding ourselves down when we don't allow what's in our heart to flow through us, for us to be who we really are inside. Wearing a fake mask out of fear of criticism and judgment from others, the fear that we may lose friends, those who we think are our friends. Fear. And fear is not a bad thing. With enough fear, action happens. You bring water to a certain temperature, it begins to boil, it moves. If you put your hand in it, it'll burn you. Just like fear. If you allow it to consume you, it'll burn you. But if you stand in a burning pen, you're going to feel the heat and it's going to make you move. Nothing is bad in life. These are all tools we can use to help us awaken, to help us move past a rut. Depression, where you're holding yourself down, you're depressing yourself, not allowing yourself to grow, to flower. Imagine if a flower said, no, I'm not going to be a flower. It seems kind of silly, doesn't it? I don't think that's possible, is it? They don't have a mind. They don't have the human ability to stop growth. Do you see? The mind is programmable. And there are those out there who are aware of this, who take full advantage, and they like to add little programs through media and other sources, and what I like to call the societal police, in the form of your family, in the form of those who will openly criticize your lifestyle, the societal police. They'll give you permission for you to hold yourself back. They'll be glad to shut the door for you in your own prison that you allow yourself to be in. That's depression. Now, looked at another way, depression doesn't necessarily, it is not necessarily a bad thing. And you might be thinking, how can being in a prison not be a bad thing? You see, in today's society, comfort seems to be the number one priority. And every action we take seems to be running from the silence within ourselves. And if you're left alone with yourself, by yourself, some of us might lose our minds. And often it happens, a person can lose their mind, which is not necessarily a bad thing either. You see, in this life, when you are holding yourself down, there's a reason. There's a reason you're holding yourself down. There's a reason you're holding yourself back. It's to see who you truly are. It's where you can finally allow yourself to be yourself. It's where you feel the pain of not being who you are. It's where the pain sinks in so deep, where you find the courage that was always there. It's the pain that is necessary in your life to make you move into your true being. Because prison, depression, the prison that it seems to be, is not a life sentence. And you never threw away the key, and there is no door, and there are no bars to this prison. As a matter of fact, it's not a prison at all. It only feels that way because we feel as though we've found, or that we know what life is supposed to be. Chasing comfort, chasing your dreams. There are ideals, ideas, whatever, put forward by society that we try to fit into. And when we're not fitting into any of these these programs that are given to us, when we feel that we're failing, once some of us feel enough failures accumulate, we feel that we're not succeeding in our lives, because we measure success by what others have told us success is. The feeling of failure becomes overwhelming, and we hold ourselves down. We put ourselves in the prison because we're not fitting the expectations of others around us. You see, if you fail enough times, you will succeed. I wrote this in a post today, earlier. It takes a baby, when they're learning to walk, many, many, many attempts. They fail so much. They fall, they fall, they fall, and they laugh. Do you think they think about the feeling of failure? Does that even come into their mind? Or do they focus on what it is, what is coming through them? They're not even making a decision as to, I want to learn to walk and that's it. Do you see? They simply feel where they want to be. They see others do it. They know it's possible for them too, and they do it. And they fall, and they fall, and they fall, and they fall. You can see where I'm going with this. The only thing that creates this feeling of wanting to hold yourself down is not fitting into the should that was given to you. A sense of innocence has been stolen from us. We need to reclaim that innocence, and realize that there is no such thing as failure. There is no such thing as failure. You cannot fail. You can only learn. So depression is necessary to unravel all these programs that have been given to us. All this time alone with yourself, inside yourself, is exactly what we need. It's the space where we can transform. It's a returning to the womb, the mother's womb. But this time, we have a mind with us, and it seeks comfort, and it seeks comfort in the known, in what it has been taught comfort is. But freedom is true comfort, and allowing yourself to be who you really are is true freedom. Step by step, fall after fall, continue forward. Drop I should from your vocabulary and simply move. If it feels uncomfortable, it's probably for your growth and will probably help you in the long run. Learn to be comfortable in the uncomfortable and not to look forward to the comfort, but rest in your strength to overcome. Thank you for watching. Have a great night, wherever it is that you're watching this. I wish you a great day, great night, great evening. Peace.